As the camera starts recording, I point the lens at Caleb as he emerges from the cabin. This is great! We can see that Colonel Caleb has changed his clothes. Let's conduct a pre-trip interview! We're joined here today by our beloved Colonel. How do you feel about our Chirpy Island review journey so far? I make a fist to serve as a microphone and hold it towards Caleb. He's stunned for a moment, then he softly chuckles before holding my fist as if it were a real microphone.
To be honest, after going through a sea storm only to experience heavy rainfall and damage to the boat's turbine, things aren't looking too great. If it weren't for the coconut harvesting ship that spotted us, there would be 2 drenched birdies still drifting at sea.
I can't hold back my laughter anymore. The more I record, the more I realize how miserable we actually are.
I thought you started recording just to document the misery we're going through.
I brush away the damp hair from Caleb's forehead. That's one reason, but it's mostly because I want to have more photos and videos of us. Especially you. Ever since you started working, I rarely get the chance to take a picture of you. My exaggerated sigh is tinged with disappointment. I see Caleb's expression subtly change as I give him a mischievous look. You'll understand if I took a picture of that seaweed on your head during the downpour, right?
I knew I wasn't imagining things when I heard that shudder sound.
Pretending to be exasperated, Caleb shakes his head. We link arms, and when I move closer, I see the amusement in his eyes.
Your reasoning is flawless. How could I possibly disagree? You know, we should use this opportunity to make up for all those photos we missed.
Caleb takes the camera from my hands and adjusts it to point at the lens.
Where were we?
Caleb clears his throat and pretends to treat it seriously.
Back to the matter at hand. While this trip has been full of surprises, it's precisely why things are exciting. So, I can only be more excited about the journey ahead. And I believe it'll leave us with more beautiful memories.
After we enter the hotel on Chirpy Island, Caleb wraps me in a towel and ushers me to take a shower. As I emerge from the steamy bathroom, the summer breeze flowing past the sheer curtains makes me feel refreshed. I feel so much better after taking a shower. Where's Caleb gone? Caleb!
You don't need to shout. I'm over here.
I follow the sound of Caleb's voice and see his fluffy head bent over the washing machine.
You're just in time. Would you call this unexpected or a surprise? Oh, right. I recommend recording this.
I take out my phone and start recording as I move closer to him. There are scattered twigs in the washing machine and... Is that an egg?
Judging by the patterns on the shell, it should be a rare bird egg. But this mess of twigs suggests there wasn't a bird who incubated it seriously.
Maybe it's a pigeon.
Didn't we see some Wildlife Protection Society advertisements on the main island?
Thankfully, those ads are informative. Caleb and I contact them immediately and receive unexpected news. A new species. Sounds like something from a textbook. And we actually found one.
Looks like we got lucky. Very few people get an opportunity like this.
Look at us, we're like scientists. We'll take good care of it until they can make it through the storm. After we discuss things, we agree that our top priority is to make a home for our guest.
I need one last flange bowl.
Here. After naming the bird Potato, Caleb and I begin to build a nest for them. With our collaborative effect, a coconut-sized airplane hangs from the swing chair in the hotel courtyard. I think we're almost done, but I feel like something is missing. When the last word leaves my mouth, a wooden sign and a pin
Even the
float to me.
tiniest home needs a nameplate before it can be considered complete.
You're right. With this, you can always find your way home. It doesn't matter where you go. After giving it some thought, I write our names, ours and our birdies, on the wooden sign. Then I hang it on the nest. I turn to show Caleb my handiwork, only to find him holding a small bowl of water. He dips his fingers into it and sprinkles the water around the bird's nest. What are you doing?
It's a lucky potion that'll help the nest protect the bird.
I'm going to rename this video to Caleb's Childish Summer Vacation Diary, if you keep doing that.
It's a ritual that every pilot experiences before their first flight.
Oh, I've got to read up on this then.
Before takeoff, the ground crew uses high-pressure water cannons to create water arches. Then, the plane taxis under them. It's to wash away risks to welcome safety. It's very symbolic.
If it's a ritual every pilot goes through, you must have experienced it too.
Is this a delayed revenge? Let me guess. It's because your defeat ended with a splash at the beach the other day.
I shake my head. It's a blessing. I'm making up for the ritual I missed. I hope Caleb comes home safe and sound from every mission.
I accept your blessing. But I need to correct you.
He puts down the water bowl, leans in, and shakes the necklace around his neck.
You were never absent. You're by my side every single moment of my life.
Over the next few days, Caleb and I learn about how to care for birds while waiting for a potato to hatch. And when the nest finally shows signs of movement... It's hatching! It's hatching! Caleb!
If I were it, I'd probably go back into my shell after hearing that.
I give Caleb's firm arm a pinch, then I hold my breast as I record the little fuzzball breaking out of their shell.
There. The air is clean now. Birds and humans can breathe again.
Wow, they're so tiny. Their eyes aren't even open yet.
But they want to learn how to walk.
Potato wobbles around in the nest. They take tiny steps and crawl. Just as they're about to fall, an invisible force lifts them into the air. Do you think they like this? As I watch Caleb use his avo to entertain our birdie, I playfully poke him. I wonder if you took this many tumbles when you were learning how to fly.
Maybe. All I remember is my first successful flight. I don't recall tumbling at any point.
Afterward, Caleb and I go through the trouble of feeding Potato. We watch them nestle into the airplane and fall asleep. A gentle breeze drifts through the courtyard as I lean against Caleb. I don't want to move.
Tired?
A little. You might as well use your avo to place me on the bed. I was mumbling to myself, but I'm lifted in the air within seconds. Caleb's hands are around my waist, and I'm close enough to feel his warmth and a heartbeat.
I can use my evol for everything else, but this requires a personal touch.
Are they in the cabinet? No, under the bed. They're not there either. Potato! I quickly turned toward the sound only to find Caleb leaning against the doorframe with the hopping, energetic potato in his hands. Alberti, who's more plump now, has my bracelet hanging from their neck. Their chirps seem to express a smug satisfaction.
This little troublemaker snuck into my suitcase. They were trying to steal your bracelet when I caught them in the act.
They really do have a knack for finding hiding places. I take my bracelet, and Caleb promptly returns the potato to their nest. Their wings are still flapping frantically.
They squeezed behind the curtains the day before, hid in a drawer yesterday, and decided to sneak into my suitcase today. At this rate, they're gonna know this place's layout better than we do.
And this is before they can fly. Just wait until they learn how to do it. Imagining Potato flying away and us having to explain the loss to the Wildlife Protection Society makes me pinch the bridge of my nose. Ugh, if only we had a tracking device. I doubt we can buy one here though.
We'll just make one. It'll be easy.
How so? Half an hour later, Caleb rummages through his suitcase and pulls out a small navigation device that stopped working properly after the shipwreck. When you said make one, you mean taking this apart and reassembling it into a tracking device?
You don't believe me? I haven't used an instruction manual to take stuff apart since 5th grade, you know.
In the blink of an eye, the small navigation device becomes a pile of components.
The modifications are almost done. Let's test the voice system.
What should I say?
Just say, preparing for departure, calibrating coordinates, and moving towards your destination.
Confused, I repeat the phrases. I repeat the phrases that Caleb said exactly.
Oh, we need one more. Congratulations, your little pilot returned safe and sound.
Congratulations, your little pilot returned safe and sound. Nearby, our birdie seems to understand us. They flap their wings and fly in a circle around Caleb. Smiling, he nods and places the tracking chip into the small ankle band he prepared.
Done.
You just gave this little bird an ankle monitor. He fastens the small ankle band onto Potato's leg, then he puts his arm around my shoulders and guides me outside. It sounds like we've literally putting this person on parole.
Let's test out your and Caleb's exclusive tracker.
To test those long-distance tracking capabilities, Caleb and I go to the beach. He takes out a tracking watch. The electronic display shows Potato's location, but the announcements... Is that my voice? I knew something was off when you asked me to say those lines earlier, so that was pretty easy to guess.
I can have you with me like this. You'll help me navigate whenever I need some help. Isn't that nice?
I want to laugh, but I'm also annoyed. However, the first thing I do is protest. That's not really fair. I should get a tracking watch with your voice. Before I can continue, Caleb gently takes my wrist and fastens another watch around it.
The target is 2 kilometers northeast. Are you ready to go?
Okay, now it's fair.
I knew you'd say that. I recorded it while you were busy looking for equipment.
As the sun sets, Caleb puts his tracking watch on and then takes my hand and gives it a playful shake.
Like I said, it's your and Caleb's exclusive tracker. It's guaranteed to be fair. No matter what happens, we'll always stick together.
On a tranquil midsummer afternoon, Potato is sleeping. They're curled up in the airplane-shaped bird nest. Meanwhile, Caleb and I are beside a coconut. We're engaged in an intense arm wrestling match. Whoever loses this round has to make Potato's favorite roasted fish with mixed nuts tomorrow. Deal?
You're confident, huh? Alrighty, bring it on. I won't go easy on you.
I roll up my sleeves, press my palm against Caleb's, and begin to apply pressure. I won't lose to you. I talk big, but as time passes, the ache in my wrist gradually intensifies. I'm almost out of strength. Looks like it's time for a last-ditch effort. I pretend to weaken my grip and let my wrist go slack. It'll make him lower his guard. As I gather my strength and prepare to launch my counterattack, the hand beneath mine suddenly weakens. Liar! The momentum makes me crash into Caleb's chest, and my forehead smacks his necklace. The impact makes me see stars. Didn't we agree you wouldn't let me win?
I didn't expect you to use so much force. You...
I can see through your lies like it's nothing. For some reason, Caleb breaks into a coughing fit as soon as he makes eye contact with me. It's like he's desperately trying to hold something back. Why are you staring at my forehead? Is there a necklace-shaped mark there?
It's nothing. Anyway, I'll count this as my loss. I'll handle tomorrow's work.
I see. His gaze falls on my face before he looks away. Noticing the corners of his mouth twitching upward despite his efforts, I realize something's wrong and pull out my phone. On my red forehead is an apple-shaped imprint, of course. In the bathroom, I place a bandage over the red mark on my forehead while looking at the mirror. Caleb stands innocently at the doorway.
To be honest, it looks kinda cute.
I glare daggers at him. Sorry, but I'm still holding a grudge and not speaking to you at the moment. Can you move, please? I need to change. After I come out of the bathroom, Caleb is nowhere to be seen. Instead, Potato flaps their wings and hops in front of me. They're carrying a small bag woven from grass that Caleb made. They look ready to head out. Do you want to play outside? Is that why you're dressed up? I pat Potato's head. They tilt their head and blink before clearly chirping, "Apologize!" Huh. You can talk. Delighted, I scooped him up and turned to find Caleb, but then I realized I'm supposed to be giving him the silent treatment. I forced myself to stop in my tracks. Potato quickly flutters out of the room. I hear them a second later. I see he sent his little peacemaker. Fine, tell the big up dummy over there that I wasn't really angry. Potato quickly flutters out of the room. I hear them a second later.
Even the tone's perfect. I see you haven't exactly cooled off.
Angry! She's angry! I'm not that petty. I am, never mind.
Can you ask her a question for me? What would make her stop ignoring me?
Our birdie chirps with a somewhat understanding look. Then they dash back into the room. Ignore! Ask her to ignore me! That's not exactly what he meant, right? With a resigned sigh, I pick a potato and stand up. I'm ready to put an end to this misunderstanding. I barely look up before meeting Caleb's merciful gaze.
Why aren't you calling Caleb a dummy anymore?
I didn't say that. It was Potato. Caleb walks over and places his fingertips on my forehead. He leaves behind a cool medicinal scent. He's holding a small jar of ointment, which has been warmed by his hands.
Good. Your forehead isn't red anymore.
Yeah, I'd say it's 99% bitter.
I guess my little messenger didn't successfully deliver the apology note from their pouch. However, a sincere apology should be delivered in person. I'm sorry for laughing at you. As punishment, I can let you flick my forehead?
He leans down and willingly brushes up his bangs. I waste no time flicking his forehead. How did you even come up with this silly solution?
If it works, right?
Okay, you convinced me. This cold shoulder is warm now. I take the opportunity to pinch his cheeks, and he laughs as he pulls me into his arms.
I can get a good night's sleep tonight.
Seemingly sensing we made up, Potato hops between us with the pouch in their beak. As Potato's wings grow stronger, learning how to fly has become their favorite activity, but this has led to frequent mishaps. What now? Seeing Potato stranded on the roof after flying up there, I have no choice but to grab a ladder so I can rescue them. The little yellow fuzzball promptly hops into my palm and tilts their head at me. That's what you get for flying up there while Caleb is out for his morning run. Now I'm the one who has to rescue you. You should wait until Caleb is around before flying.
Your whispers are so loud. I couldn't even pretend to not hear them.
I suddenly hear Caleb's voice behind me. I turn around to find him holding up his phone. He recorded the entire process of me rescuing our birdie.
Since you've seen the camera, say hi.
I look down and gently poke Potato. Did you see that, Potato? It's called being childish.
Caleb! Childish dummy!
I can't help but laugh. But in the next second, the birdie and I suddenly fly up together against our will. Oh no. Caleb reaches out and catches us.
That's not being childish. This is being childish.
After returning to the room, Caleb and I talk for a minute. Our discussion concludes with us on the same page. We decided to provide some proper lessons for Potato's flying.
Using airplane protocols, we can have them master takeoff and low-altitude flying first. But we need a moving target for them to fly at a low altitude in a controlled manner.
As he speaks, he raises his hand to make a piece of jerky float in mid-air. Potato immediately flies out from their nest. It works! Caleb's jerky training program proves to be very effective. Watching Potato fly freely and gracefully through the house as they follow the jerky, I sit back at the kitchen island. They're learning very quickly. They're smart.
Having an excellent teacher probably helps.
Really? Well, there's more than one excellent teacher here. I toss a blueberry. Potato skillfully catches it before flying back to my side. Meanwhile, Caleb hands me half a papaya. I use a small spoon to scoop out the sweetest part from the center to entice Potato. Oh, Potato, Potato, who's your excellent teacher, me or him?
Caleb! It's cool!
Aw.
Won't you look at that? Birdie has a good eye.
Somewhat annoyed yet amused, I still feed the papaya to Potato. Then I tap their head with the empty spoon. Silly bird, he didn't even give you papaya.
I'm right here.
I'm being honest. I raise my head and a cool piece of papaya is popped into my mouth.
This is the proper destination for Caleb's papaya.
Time flies. Under our attentive care, Potato has grown into a mature bird. They fly fast and have an excellent sense of direction. Maybe it's because of Caleb's special training combined with his natural talent. With our little pilot by our side, our exploration of Chirpy Island draws to a close as we relax on the sofa. We lazily idle away the rest of our vacation.
Speaking of popular vacation destinations, the sea storm by the Azure Islands has finally subsided.
So that's why the Wildlife Protection Society said they'll be here tomorrow. The storm is gone.
Yeah, it left as quickly as it appeared.
Understanding what Caleb is implying, I look at Potato as they bask in the sunlight with their eyes half closed. Potato would be flying outside by now, but they're staying with us today. Caleb, should we give them a souvenir?
Like?
Like a little nameplate for their nest, or we can make them a tiny pilot hat? Ever since they saw that photo of you wearing your flight suit, they've been balancing bottle caps on their head.
Good idea. It'd be even better if the materials had some sentimental meaning too. What about this?
Just as I'm thinking about it, a crystalline pilot hat bounces through the air toward me. What is this? Before I can continue, Potato flies over and balances the little hat on their head.
Yeah? Finally, you can wear this bad boy.
As he speaks, Caleb pulls out a small box from under the living room table.
Open it.
I do as he says and find a tiny toy gun and a small model airplane inside. They're made from crystallized twigs and adorned with fresh flowers and leaves.
All of these materials were personally selected and brought back by Birdie. We agreed to give them to you today. Stopping them from spilling the beans for a whole day wasn't easy, though. Good job.
Caleb pats Potato's head. So that's why Potato stayed inside all day. I carefully take out the toy gun. Sunlight streams through its crystalline surface. Surprisingly, it feels warm to the touch. I wouldn't have even thought of making these.
I just wanted to make a little hat for them. But they kept bringing in more material and insisting we have everything.
As he speaks, he picks up the small airplane, moves closer, and brings it next to my hand.
One for each of us.
The day to say goodbye to Potato arrives too early. After confirming the protection protocol for Potato with the Wildlife Protection Society, we can also make plans to visit whenever we can in the future. After that, peaceful afternoon sunlight streams into the room as I lean against Caleb. I start to review the videos from our trip. The video on my phone suddenly plays sound, and I quickly press the mute button. He looks exhausted. Thankfully, I didn't wake him up. I put my headphones back on and try to play the video again, but I accidentally start playing a video that was recorded earlier.
This angle is perfect. It's 5 in the morning. You're still asleep. And Birdie went out to pick pretty flowers for our souvenirs.
In the video, he's leaning toward me, and he looks at my sleeping self from the camera lens.
You said you rarely get the chance to take pictures with me. There's something I haven't done in a long time, too. Seeing you like this every morning after I wake up.
As Caleb speaks, he gently pats my head. He freezes when I turn over in my sleep, and he slowly withdraws his hand.
I know you've been tired lately. I wouldn't want to wake you when you can sleep in. Actually, I don't want our vacation to end because of it.
Caleb watches me quietly, then he softly chuckles again.
It's okay. We'll have plenty of time and opportunities in the future. We'll have more vacations, take more pictures together, create more memories.
Beyond the floor-to-ceiling windows next to us, the sun slowly rises from the ocean and breaks through the clouds. As morning sun rises, he gently kisses my hair.
The beginning of every summer will be just like today. I promise.